they presented Abominable and Dragons 3. And a lot of questions I asked were given to me. So I got to turn up stream the next day thinking I would have a million more because the work is freaking amazing. But yeah, it was amazing. If you ever get a chance to go to LA and you've got friends at Disney or DreamWorks, etc., there's a chance that they'll give you a tour to the around the studio. But the one place you want to go is to their desk. They can't show you any work that's future in production, but they can show you their old work and that works in progress. So if you're loving modeling, etc., they might be able to load the old versions of different people's models and show you the early concept designs.
That's crazy. That's so cool. Yeah.
That should certainly be possible.
Maybe I could ask my old instructor. Yay, I'm in LA. Can you give me a tour of DreamWorks?
Well, if you struck a friendship with him, never be afraid to ask. So yeah, like they sometimes don't realise that somehow they don't realise that that's what you really, 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 really want to do, and definitely get a chance to do it. And I've been several times now. Second time I went, he tried to give me another tour. And I went, no, please stick to your desk because you've got like 2 hours to get to like give to me. Or not to give to me, but share with me. And I want to soak up as much as of his work as possible. And it's wonderful. So next CTN, or whenever you're in LA, it's easier during CTN time because production knows that non-staff people are around the studio, so that much more possible to let you into the studio. But if you are there during the time that they are able to show you, do it. You will not regret it. It's so cool, so cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I also, because of course I'm British, my first time to LA, I remember arriving by plane. I then got on a bus and it takes me to the train station, and I see my first LA palm tree, and I have to climb the hill just to touch it because I'm so in awe that like I was there. It was like this is a palm tree, and I'm stroking it. It's weird, but had to be done. So
you stroked that palm tree.
I did. It was beautiful.
I'm wondering about my shoulder pads. I don't know whether I should...
Your real life shoulder pads?
No,
or...
the scene that I'm streaming, that I'm animating. My own stuff again.
Needed to be sure.
Because I have, in Maya, I have Sorceress with her shoulder pads turned off. And on Unreal, they're on. Because I haven't actually exported keyframes for them. I don't know which I like better. They definitely make her arms look bigger and a little bit more imposing. I'm not sure if they hurt the final shot, because like it kind of obscures the silhouette of her shoulders, but her shoulders in this position aren't that great to begin with. I might be able to like twist them a little bit to kind of hide it.
Can you share the shot with me?
I'm streaming it. It's on Twitch.
You're on Twitch. Can I have a link to your Twitch? Actually, can I have if you've got a Sync Sketch link, I would love to be able to explain to you.
I don't have it on Sync Sketch. I'm literally working on this right now.
Do you have an old copy of it?
It's in Unreal.
Cool. Right. Is that you? Kuuribro?
Yeah, that's me.
Right.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna head off to bed now because it's 2:40 a.m. Let's go.
Indeed, it's very late for you.
Alright. Hopefully talk to you guys soon. Thanks for sharing all the art with me and stuff. Yeah. See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, what am I looking at? I need to mute this sound because that's going to get on with it.
Yeah, go ahead. So what I've got is that in it's the same thing in Maya and in Unreal, but right now, like I'm mucking around with lighting and some particle effects and stuff in Unreal. And I'm just realizing now. So in Maya, I've got her with her shoulder pads turned off. So it's just her arms. And it works pretty okay for the first one here, but for the second one, like, I don't know what I like for the second shot, because right now you don't see the shoulder pads. You can clearly see her arms. Her arms are kind of twisting. The rig is pretty limited, so I don't know if I love this, but at least it's clear what's happening. Versus in Unreal, where the shoulder pads are on, it's like, it kind of makes this first pose even better because it gives her shoulders some extra spikiness. And in the second shot right now, I haven't animated them, so they're clipping a lot. But what I could do, display, let me see if I can find these things here. Dark Sorceress shoulders. Like, I can take them. There's definitely a key somewhere on this that just controls the pads. Yeah. So I can rotate them so that they don't clip through her face and they kind of obscure what's going wrong with the shoulder. And I don't know if this is going to be like a better option. See, because like this is going to have to be manhandled a lot. The shoulders are just kind of really twisted and the pads are really large. So if I do this, I'm going to have to basically like scale and position them manually just to be where I want them.
Yeah, I think they add something to this shot. Yeah, it reminds me of a challenge I had a few years ago. Basically, you know, Captain America.
Oof. Yeah, what about him?
So in Avengers, Avengers Infinity War, he's got these two shields strapped to his arm, similar shape to your shoulder pads, and the plate. So Captain America is getting up off the floor, pushing his arm into the ground, but because this massive shield is like coming out either side of his arm, it shouldn't actually be possible for him to do that. And yeah, it reminds me of this challenge here, because I think the shoulder pads will add something. You will need to be careful of it interacting with her head, etc. And finding something that will work throughout the whole of the shot. If you can't make it work for the whole of if you can't make it work for the whole, you of course you move throughout. But yeah, I do think they add something. You wanna find an appealing pose with that hair and that chin. So yeah, it's finding something that'll work for everything.
Hair's probably just gonna get tucked into the collar. Like, I haven't touched it all yet because I'm working on the body first. But like, and her hair doesn't have a whole lot of controls to it either, but like I can kind of grab... Which one of these is the rear hair? There's definitely a controller on here. Yeah. Like, if I can get away with it, or if I can twist it enough, I just kind of want to get it as much out of the way as possible. Like, make it look like it's being swept or pushed.
The thing is, this is cinematic or just get in-game?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like just from this camera. It doesn't need to be good from all angles. Like, she's completely broken below the camera.
Definitely. So yeah, it doesn't matter whether the hair is. Yeah, I'll cheat the hair then, and if it was in game, then it'd be something you would ask and not cheat it.
But you think the shoulders are absolutely like worth keeping?
I think they add something to it. At the same time, from an animation perspective, they will hide any polished work you do to the shoulders. But as a character design, I do like them. Really up to you. If you want to show off your body mechanics, remove the shoulder pads.
I've got other places for body mechanics. I just I'm not so much worried about like body mechanics for this shot, because the whole shot is pretty pretty calm and quiet, really. Like, it's more of an atmospheric thing with lighting and some effects, and like this looming, moody thing. I just want them to... Like, I want the shoulders to... If I keep them, I don't want them to be in the way, and I was worried that they were going to destroy the silhouette a lot in this second shot.
Yeah, it's becoming a matter of concern with me because it doesn't look like we've got anywhere to go with them. If that's the case, hide them. It's not... Yes, in the first shot they look nice, but if you're losing it for the second... If you're losing that for the second shot and they become too awkward to pose, get rid of them. It's not worth the hassle.
Yeah, that's... not worth it. Because her arms are up. And it's already a really tough angle to make work with like this side position and the camera and all that. So
lose them. Yeah, or you'll be fighting the back and that might not be worth fighting.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna care. Just make sure that your shoulders are done nicely. If I may give any notice, one thing that does catch my eye is as she rises at the start. The root locks. You need to be careful of that.
The what?
Her pelvis locks in space as she rises.
I'm not so worried about that right now because like it doesn't really look like it locks because of the camera. Like she's just sort of standing up and then unfolding.
It looks very stiff to me. If it's a work in progress, fantastic, you'll hit it later on. But at the moment, it does look very stiff. If that's part of the character design, and fair play, if that's part of who she is as a personality, sell it. But if it's not, then yeah, you want to make sure those hips are not locked in space. It's something that definitely catch my eye. Yeah.
Well, you're the first person that's mentioned that, so I don't know if that's just something that most people don't feel.
Cool. Have you showed it to?
Like, we've been working on this for weeks. This has been, we're like 5-6 weeks into this. This is a group project. I've shown my entire class, my instructor, like a dozen times. Nobody's ever mentioned those hips.
As your instructor, you're always going to get different animators have different values and different.
Oh yeah, I'm not tossing it out, but like, there's definitely a level of like we can't work on everything. And
absolutely. But yeah, that definitely locked in space. That definitely feels very stiff to me. Yeah, and I mean it's not like it's a little thing to fix it. It definitely catches it. So whether it's because she's mystical and she's got some kind of magic happening to her lower body, I don't know, but it's like she's stuck in sand or coming out of a stiff dye or something. Just as I said, throw it to your mentor, just ask him what you think of the hips. Does this bother you? If he goes no, fantastic. If he goes yes, yeah, it might bug other people as well. Yeah, but it does look pretty cool. And yeah.
Well, no, it's more that like she's not stepping. Like I'm not doing anything with her feet. It's just rising and then sort of
either way.
forward.
At a certain point, the pelvis will lead, hit its apex, and then as it continues to rise, the pelvis will come down, so it will come up and down. So yeah, it feels a very odd movement. But as I said, because she's magical, you could easily get away with it and use it as a character trait. So yeah, I mean, if she can float in the air, etc., it could easily be passed as a character trait. Just something to be aware of. If she's human, then yeah, I think the area needs work. If she's
definitely not human. No, this is like she's like a not guardian, but like she showed up in a shadow. That's the point. Like she doesn't really exist. She's she's absolutely like a spirit of some kind. Because she showed up in this guy's shadow on his lantern before, and now he's rooting around, and then she just shows up behind him.
Yep. Just throw it to your teacher, see what he says. But overall, it does look pretty sweet. But yeah, that's something that as an animator would bug me. But at the same time, I animate in. I'm not animating this project. I don't know the characters on this project, etc. It could easily be passable in this world. So yeah, but definitely throw it to you. Definitely throw it to your instructor. If it's going to go on a demo reel, definitely throw it to your instructor. Yeah, but it's a great concept. Yeah, very dramatic, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, no, just like I don't know what to make of that, honestly. I hear what you're saying, but like that's never been an issue. And at this point that's like not something I feel like I can really act on.
Definitely. It's just in the why, but as I said, throw it to instructor. Let's move on from that comment. But throw it to instructor, or don't throw it to instructor. If you do, just see what he says, and yeah.
Right, we've got class tomorrow. I'll write it down.
Cool.
All right, thanks. Thanks for the look-see.
But yeah.
Sorry, I get I don't want to call it defensive, but like really resistant to making those types of changes when it's so late and nobody else has ever mentioned it before. Like that always screams to me like a personal issue sounds wrong, but like something that nobody else has seen and then one person sees it, like how big of a problem is it versus what's just jumping out to one person?
Yeah. There's also priorities in the shot, so yeah, those who look at it only are going to focus on different things. If you go to a general review, if you go to say 7 of them in a week, each instructor will say stuff will have different values. So if I used to go to each review each week, I could kind of guess what that instructor would focus on.
That's fair. I have not been to many general reviews, mostly because I'm in Tokyo. I'm on a really offset time schedule. I don't usually have. You can't usually make it to them, and the vast majority of the general reviews are like film, and all of my classes have been games, and the critiques are usually different for those.
Definitely. This is cinematic, yeah?
Yeah. So this one would fit more into that. I have been to one, and like the whole thing, it was not a good experience. Just because,
who did
like,
you go to?
I don't remember. I don't even remember the name. It was just what I went to at the day. Because, like, I've never seen the guy or talked to the guy before, so it's not somebody I recognized. And it was just, like, a lot of... More than half the time was spent trying to communicate what the point of it was, and, like, why each piece of feedback was not something that I could do because of the limitations that we have and because of all the, like, passes we've already made at it with context from my own instructor.
Mm-hmm. That's also with the reviews. If you attend one, it's almost like, here's my shot. What do you make of it? I need to stand back, see whatever. And I had Luke Randall, who I admire the hell out of.
I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry. Your whole speech there cut off.
Sorry, body.
Again, I
Still
got
cutting
2
off.
syllables.
Oh man, sorry about this, guys.
It's alright.
How is that? Is that better?
Okay, for now.
Tell me it's better.
7 now.
Oh, fingers crossed. I had Luke Randall in class 4, and some of his advice.
Cutting out again.
And he's gone again.
I would.
Nope.
This is like, it's not even robo voice. It's like I just can't hear 80% of what you're saying.
Nope.
I'm going to reset. I'm gonna restart my computer.
Alright, well, actually, I'm gonna be heading out. but yeah, for sure.
Kind of same. This is the time when I usually have to sign off. I can come back to the call and chat, but I can't be streaming it anymore.
For sure. But yeah, I got class today since we moved it from yesterday.
Definitely.
So that's gonna be fun trying to. Well, actually, no, it'll be fine. All right, I'll see you guys when I see you.
See ya.
Bye.
Twitch, thanks for hanging out this morning.
Yeah.
A lot more conversation than usual. I'm a bow out from Twitch. I might be back in a couple days. If not, I'll be back in on the weekend for some Pokemon and some Mega Mans.